Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. My name is Caitlin and I am the founder of the Fix Your Fertility program. Today we are going to be having a guest on, so I'm very excited. I hope the weather is nice. It's starting to be spring here a little bit. The sun is out, at least it's not raining, so I'm very happy about that. Hope the weather is nice where you are. And let me introduce my guest. Her name is Jeannie Scott, and she is a certified teacher of the symptothermal method. So today we're going to be talking all about charting and fertility and how and why that matters. The symptothermal method is a fertility awareness based method that helps women to understand their fertile days. And Jeannie teaches women how to read, chart, and interpret their body's biomarkers of fertility, so that the method can be used as a natural birth control for optimizing chances of conception or for insights into their menstrual health. So I'm really excited. You know, there are a lot of different methods, all about a lot of different ways to chart. This is just one of the ways, and we are going to be chatting all about it, why charting is really important, some of the methods that you can use to chart, some of the signs that your body is giving you. So it's just another tool that you can have in your toolbox to really figure out, you know, what is going on with your body. She is always giving you signs every single month, and it's really great to tune into things. So let's see if we can get her on. Let's see. Alrighty, she should be popping on soon. So in the meantime, I will tell you about all the ways that I chart, and I have been doing it for many, many years. And like I said, it gives you so much more information into your body. So I use really 3 different signs and symptoms that my body is giving me. So I do track my temperature every single day using a basal body thermometer. These things you can pick up at, you know, your local Rite Aid or Walgreens, or, you know, wherever. You can get them on Amazon for like $10. They have lots of different ones out there. There's really fancy ones that are super expensive, but I just get a regular basal body thermometer. It's a little bit different than a regular thermometer in that it can read 2 decimals over. So instead of like 98 degrees, it might say 98.06. So that little tiny marker is very, very important, because that is going to, you know, describe how your ovulation is going. It's going to let you know that you did ovulate when you see it rise. So I do track my temperature every morning. A lot of people think that it is a huge pain to do, but you get used to it. It takes you, you know, just a few minutes in the morning before you get out of bed, and it gives you so much information. So I like to use that, you know, five minutes or a few minutes while I have the thermometer in my mouth, to just, you know, wake up and think about my day and all the things that I'm thankful for and different things like that. So really not a big deal. A lot of people think that it's going to be a big deal, but it's not. It gives you so much information. You know, tracking your temperature can tell you about your metabolism, what is going on with your metabolism. It can also let you know if there are thyroid issues going on. So let's see, another method that I use is I track my cervical mucus. So people will say like cervical fluid, cervical mucus, you know, either of those words are very interchangeable. Now this you want to do pretty much just, if it just becomes another habit, another ingrained habit, and it is, my dog is drinking a lot of water, so sorry about that. So this is a habit that whenever you go to the bathroom and you use toilet paper, like you always do, so then you're just going to wipe and see what is going on. What you're looking for right before ovulation is to get that egg white consistency. So this is going to be this wonderful, amazing cervical fluid that helps to bring the sperm up into up into, you know, the right place at the right moment. So this is key to have for your fertility, really to optimize your fertility. You really want to make sure that that you are getting optimal cervical mucus or fluid at the right time, right? Correct? So it's really important to track those two things. Now, another thing that you can do as well, this is a little bit more intimidating to people, is you can check your cervical position. It actually changes throughout your cycle, which is absolutely amazing. You know, these are just things that should have been taught to us in school and they weren't. So if you have these 3 different tools, or if you use 1 or 2, these are just other ways that you can really help to either prepare your body for pregnancy or use as a natural method, as a natural birth control method, instead of putting, you know, pills into your body. Because remember, men are fertile every single day of their lives after puberty, but women, we are only fertile for 1 day out of the entire month. Now, again, sperm can live for about 5 days in your body. So obviously there's about like a week-long window when you could get pregnant. But really, ovulation only occurs for about 24 hours, so you have this very small window. That's why on average it takes couples who are not having any trouble or anything like that, it takes on average about 6 months to conceive. Now, people that are having some more issues, it can take longer. So this is why it's so important to track your cycle and to really get to know what is going on, what your body is telling you, what are some of the signs and symptoms, you know, that your body is showing. So I would love to know if any of you all track or chart your cycle, how you go about doing it, how long you have done it, what methods do you use, do you do your basal body temperature in the morning, how long do you do it for, do you track your cervical mucus, because that is so important. These are just signs of fertility. And is your fertility being abundant? Is your fertility, really flourishing? Or are there some issues going on? Sometimes when we don't see a lot of cervical fluid, then that can be an indication that maybe something is a little off. Sometimes when we see cervical fluid and it's like all the time, then that can be a sign that something might be a little off. So let's see. Hello Mama says you do the calendar and you track your cervical mucus. Yay, that's so good. So during your cycle, you will definitely notice different times when you have the correct cervical mucus that is the egg white consistency. It really looks like a raw egg white, not a cooked egg white. That can be confusing. So you're going to only see that right before ovulation. So it's only going to happen for just a few days, 2 to 3 days before ovulation. But before that, right? So like right after you get off of your period, you might have a couple of dry days. Then it might go to like maybe a little creaminess, or might look like a little bit of lotion, or it might just be plain wet, like watery. So all of these things are different phases that your body is going through. Then, like I said, right before ovulation is going to be that wonderful egg white mucus that you're going to get, which really helps to move the sperm up into the canal where you really want it to be. So that is its purpose, is to really like nourish the sperm. And then what happens right after ovulation, right? Our hormones are definitely changing after this. Estrogen drops off. And then what happens is it kind of goes back to like a more dry days. It might be a little bit more of the crumbly kind of, mucus. You might not have any going on after that. And that's perfectly normal. So start to notice like the fluctuations and flow of what is going on with your cycle and with the cervical mucus. So it's just really important. It's just another tool that you can really utilize to see, am I getting this at all? Am I getting the right type? Then you know exactly when you can start to try to conceive, right? So it's not just like this marathon of constantly, having sex willy-nilly here and there. You can definitely do that, but to like really focus your energy on certain days. So it's really important, and I would love to hear what other kinds of methods you all use, how long you have been doing this for. And a lot of people use this after they've had children as their form of birth control. It really can be incredibly accurate if you know what you're doing, right? So just another great form that you can, teach your friends and maybe teach your daughters and just teach everybody. So I just love this method. So I would love to know more about it. I'm going to pop off real quick and see if I can get our guest on, and then hopefully we'll be back in a minute.